contributions to the 2026-2027 national budget. As I said this morning, young people from across the country are meeting to make their contributions to the 2026-2027 national budget. As you may recall, President the President of the country, in consultation with the Speaker of the National Assembly, will soon be calling for the budget meeting of Parliament, where the Minister of Finance will be presenting the 2026-2027 national budget. But before the presentation of the budget itself, the Minister meets a lot of stakeholders, starting with the regional meetings that we have witnessed not so long ago in Nzuzu, Lilongwe, and Blantyre. And today the Minister of Finance is giving a chance to young people to make their contributions. Before the Minister meets, or this meeting starts, he is going to go through various pavilions that have been mounted here by young entrepreneurs. This is another way of giving a chance to the government to understand what young people are doing across the country. Let me hand you over to the proceedings that are happening as of now. The Minister of Finance, accompanied by the Minister of Labour, is viewing pavilions here at the PICC. Let me hand you over to what is happening so that you may be following what is happening here.
Subjects, so to say, like programming, so
be wrapping up, sir. Be wrapping up, please.
Pardon?
Be wrapping up.
Okay. Okay, let me just demonstrate the video due to time. As you can see, is it? Okay, since it's not working, you can just see it over here.
Where it can fly?
It does.
You can fly from, let's say, Kamsendo to Mukoni.
It does.
It won't fall on the way.
It won't. Okay, because it's a man-made. Some other time we do have macrashes and yeah. As you can see, the video was delivering medicine. This is the founder of Micromeg, Domisan Kaliadi. He's the one who invented the whole organization.
Thank you so much. Let's go to this group. Just 30 seconds. What are you doing and how the government has supported you in this initiative?
Yeah, many thanks, most welcome, Minister. Yeah, my name is Chidombe Msisa, the Executive Director of Youth Action for Success and Development. Mwafika hapa ndipamene tikupamba anga fertilizer wa mkodzo. Timazo bwino kuti mkodzo uja ndi fertilizer nditu wabwino kwambiri. So knowing nazo the farmers, young farmers, they cannot be taking urine to mapisa kumunda. Timapanga crystallize by mixing with other ingredients kumafika kupanga fertilizer ngati kuti amene tumbali ndiro chipa kwambiri, only 50,000 kwacha. Meaning to say chemical fertilizer panopati pa 175. Ndoli ngati ugulisa 50,000, it means tikupanga save 125,000 on every bag. Akamukaona akandoti ndi 5,000 kwacha. Fertilizer ameneyi is really high in micronutrients. Maphotos mukaona ndi results. Tidayikapo dala maphotos athu kuti sakhale kamaketa akopera kwa anthu ena. And we should also appreciate the National Youth Council of Malawi for the Youth Innovation Fund. And that bank fund also procured the machine immediately to produce this fertilizer in large quantities. And we also have like a farm. So this farm is just close to airport. If you have time, you can visit us because we're also trying to go for agro-tourism so that we can also bring money in the country. Otherwise, because of the initiatives that the government is doing.
How much in Kozo do you need to have this bag?
Wow. I need to speak in one B, Bwana Minister. Chifuna uzotima ngufuna 15 liters one kozo. So it's 15 to 20 liters of nkozo kuti tipange thumba la 50 kg. Edi thumba limeneli limalowa pa half acre. Imakhazo di umwatira mokwanira, and we use a teaspoon. Sikuti umangotenga umata apa yayi. Timabayira ngati meti mabalaso fertilizer ameti makakula ku shop. Nditu balanda.
Does the chemical content of nkozo vary from individual to individual, or is the same?
No, it varies, but for us we also treat. So sikuti nkozo ja timango utenga. We also, it goes treatment process. And also when we are mixing with the animal manure, zimakhamaga zimzija, tazipanga possible obwino kuti zikhale fertilizer odalirika.
Okay. You are aware there is a project called Agricom. commercialization. That's one way you can take advantage of. I'm aware of in the midst of agriculture.
Wow, we appreciate.
Agriculture commercialization, agricom.
Anduna apanso pali mnyamata wina amene akupanganso dabwitsa mdziko lino ndi chithandizo cha boma. Dzapanga introduce ndi munene zimene mukuchita.
Dzina langa ndine Fortunate Peter Ingwazi. Ndine nyamata modzi amene napeza nawo phindu pa National Youth. Thandizo limeneli lanithandiza kunena kuti muone zomwe tikupangazi, timapanga nsapato kuzera mu chikopa cha nyama ndithu makamaka ya ng'ombe. Eto anduna. So nsapato zathu ndimba kwambiri komanso ndi zochipa kwambiri ku Malawi kunoko malingananso ndi mmene ilili ifeyo Malawi. So timayenda kwambiri pansi ndi nsapato zathu zimalimba kwambiri zoti olota yenda pansi mtunda otale kuchoka pano pa ukafika ku Blantyre sikuti ngamatuke yayi. Komanso Malawi timapeza ona kuti ndalama tikungosiya pena paliponse tikupanganso ma wallet koma sitili pomwepo yayi. Tikufunisa ona kuti titapezanso achinyamata ena kuti tiwaphunzitse komanso tipite patali monga ngati mmene atisegulira anaiko panopa tikupempha kunena kuti tiyambe kutulutsano kuti tizipeza mwina ndalama zakunja kuti tizitulutsa nsapato zathuzi.
Ziko mwanduna zinanga ndine Henry Ngwira ifeyo ndine from Unemployed Africa timapanga mabagi awawa they are made from recycled plastic plastic amene atimatanga zinyalala timapanga ma product ngati awawa ndi kuyamika sofa cha fund imene inabwesa boma yalithandiza kuti panopa so ndi workshop yathu meso tupanga operate zinthu izizi. From there tapangaso recruiters athu angapo kuti amene tikugwira nawo ntchito limodzi because of that fund. Ndi kuyamika boma for yathandizo limenelo.
I remember there was a machine that was bought under Commercia through Ministry of Industry and Trade. Are you using that one or is a different one?
Ayi amene aja city mayuza amene aja ifeyo ndi amene tinathandizidwa ndi NAICOM tinagula athu koma amene ajawa amagwiritsidwa ntchito ndi anyamata amene anapita ku silikali ndi amene amapanga lilizo kuagwira ntchito mene ujawo. Tinayesa kukapempha kuna kuti tizigwirako ntchito koma zinavuta chifukwa kuti amatikana. Ndipo peza ona kuti titapempha NAICOM anaona kuti yayi muli ndi luso ndipo mukuyenda ona kuti muzigwira ntchito. So sitinkatulusa production yotere imatuluka yawo kwali koma pano pamutati muonesese nzona kuti olotakayika mu shopu nzona kuti itha kupita monga ngati panopa tatulusa imodzi kupita South Africa panopa zingondera ona kuti no tipeze kandama kuonjezera kuti tilembe anthu ena zizipita zambiri zikufunika zipita zambiri ku Zambiaso kuli abale ena amene atengaso kuti ngati sample ndi kuti kumene koso akatipangaso akuyenaso atipasimalizaso kuti tizitumizaso ku Zambia. Ero andona.
Apa pali asungwana amene akupanga nkhani zophikaphika ndi zamawaini auzena anduna zimene mukuchita zikomo.
Dzina langa ndine Rita Kumwenda, ndine CEO wa Para Enterprises, komanso beneficial wa Youth Innovation Fund. So at our enterprise we are into mushroom production. So we are producing spawn, a mushroom seed. And from the mushroom seed, we are producing the fresh mushrooms, as you can see. And we are also adding value because mushroom mama candy short lifespan. So we are adding value to the mushrooms that we are producing. So as you can see here, we have mushroom crisp. From the fresh mushrooms that we are producing. So we have the dry, dehydrated mushrooms. Yeah, so with the funding, imenita andira from Youth Innovation Fund, we are still implementing to come up with a lab. For one of the major issues in our accessibility, spawn, it was a major issue. So with that fund, we want to have a lab. Imenita zibanga producing bewi, ndumabanga supply countrywide and even beyond. So we've procured machinery, amene alimunjira from China. Those machineries atithandiza to perfect our products, the crisp, komanso ena is for dehydration. Fanga lino nthawi ya mvula zimakhala zovuta kubanga dehydrate using zuwa. So with that dehydrator that is coming, we'll be able to be producing this kind of products throughout the year. Thank you.
Packaging is very important. Packaging, make sure that it is properly packaged.
Yeah.
So that you don't only sell in Malawi but also across the other countries. Yeah. Thank you very much. Madam.
I'm Ivy Tembenu, a partner in Kelo Wines. So we are based in Zuzu. We produce what are called country wines. These ones are wines that are produced from anything apart from grapes. So with me there is hibiscus, and this one is made from wemba, tamarind, and pineapple. We also produce from honey, purely from honey. Yeah, with the NICOM grant, NICOM grant, we have been able to start construction of a winery. And after the other disbursements, we'll be able to finish, which to us is a very great milestone. Because when we finish the winery, we'll be able to be certified. We are not yet certified. So when we are certified, we are sure that we are going to be able to employ a lot. And apart from that, we buy from local farmers, and we'll be able to buy a lot from them as well. So they'll have a stable market.
Okay.
Yes.
I've seen Kelo. What does Kelo mean? Kelo wines.
Kelo is my husband's name,
Oh.
Lusegera. So,
okay.
Yeah, we just cut it into Kelo.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because I remember there was wine that was made by Nyandov Kelo, remember? Yeah, he did that in Zambia, in Zomba. No, congratulations, all the best.
Thank you.
Make sure you are registered with the Malawi Bureau of Standards.
Yes, after the fund will be registered, we definitely know that.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you. And my greetings to Kero as well.
Thank you.
My innovations are
Okay.
Kula Solar Genset.
Oh, okay.
Takulandira na nduna ndiye nanonse mwafika pano ndi pamagetsi amene amachoka kumphamvu ya dzuwa safuna fuel yayi. Magetsi amenewa timati Nkula Solar Genset. Kusonyeza kuti ndi Nkula umene umatulutsa magetsi ngati ayesi kumwaja koma uchokera kumphamvu ya dzuwa komanso amasunga. Generator imene imuona payi ili oni, iyo yonso ili oni. Moti ishi talumikiza apapa ndi all in one. Papa tuchaja mafoni, kaya muthu ogwiritsa ntchito chani, kaya ndi nyumba you can integrate, kaya uthilira, kaya kupanga majenisera athu mwachidule. Anduna ndi omwewo. Simuyenera muimvere fungo jeniseri. Majenisera amene wati makoza rokha muno Malawi ndipo tikhalira ku Njesi. Ndithu majenisera amenewa anaikomo ataona luso lathu atayithandiza kudzera ku National Fee Fund imene panopa we are geared ndi fund imene kuti tiyambe kupanga power midzi imene ili kutali ndi magetsi a Eskom. Oti tikuyambira ku Kasungu chakuchita kwachatitha mapiri uko kuti tiyambe kupanga power midzi kumene koko anthu azingogula ma units ngati a Eskom kutali kwa midzi azitha kutelera kuthilira munda kugwisa majenisera amenewo kumbaba chopu zambiri ndithu tifuna tipange power midzi yokwana 5 ndi jenisera imene tifuna tipange build ya kumene koko pano pazili in process. Ndithu.
How much is this?
Imuiona pa itimati Shile Nkula Solar Genset ili pa 9.6 million. Iyo mukuiona apo itimati Lilongwe Nkula Solar Genset imeneyo ili pa 5 point something million. Ndithu. Ngono kwambiri ili pa 3.6 million chakuti. The rest imeneyo matha kupanga power fridge, ironing, lighting nyumba komanso matha kugwiritsa ntchito tinthu linantina ngati microwave pamene iyi matha kuphikira iyi matha kuphikira welding ndi zina zotero. Ndi pali buwa ndi pali osiyana-siyana sapitwa ku Zambia tagulitsa ambiri amene watapanga pawa zipatala anzathu aja ali ndi mavuto amagetsi tagulitsa ndithu ambiri mu Lusaka muja ku Zimbabwe tapanga pawa zipatala zikuluzikulu ndi majenesera amenewa akatifunsa timangoranzera kummawa.
So in terms of moderating the power, what is into those is
apapa ndipo tisadafike stage imeneyi geji tisadafike tidali na anzathu amera amene adatiyendera kutipanga veti kutiyendera mmene amaka installation kuona kumaso ndi office ya za science ija atuona kuti zili bwino mpaka kutipatsa certificate kuti zinthu kazigulitsanizi ndipo chisadauchepo so katundu wa munthu ya chifukwa pawa imene imatilutsa mmayita kusankha imayambira pa 220 kulekeza 250 choice yanu mufuna 230 mufuna 220
ndathokoza kwa bizabu zonse
zonke kwambiri.
mwina nkutheka kuti mwangotsekula kumene kanema yanu tili live chokera ku BICC mu mzinda wa Lilongwe kumene kuli mwambo umene achinyamata afuna kupereka maganizo awo mu ndondomeko ya chuma cha boma ya chaka cha 2026 mpaka 2027 nde anthu nawa angomaliza kumene kuyendera zionetsero zimene anakonza achinyamata apoonetsa maluso awo osiyanasiyana amene akuchita madera mawo kudzera mu thandizo la ndalama zomwe analandira kuchokera ku boma mu project ya Youth Innovation Fund. Nde pano mwambo upitirire tsopano ndi zolankhula pamene anthu namaliza kuyendera maluso. Pali zinthu zochititsa chidwi zimene achinyamata amene wandithu aonetsa anthu nawa ena kupanga majeniseti ena kupanga mowa kuchokera mu zipatso ena kupanga nsapato kuchokera mu zikopa za ng'ombe ena kuchita ntchito za ulimi ena kupanga fetereza kudzera mu nkodzo zambiri zimene ndithu anthu naonetsedwa kungonetseratu ndithu mphamvu imene achinyamata ali nayo. Tunena kuti dziko la Malawi chiwerengero chake chachikulu chili pakati pa achinyamata. Ndiye ndikupatsireni kwa amene akutsogolera mwambo tsopano kuti tipitirize kumva zolankhula zimene zikhale mu nyumba ino. Ine ndi Mwayi Mtumodzi ndikulandireni nonse amene mutitsatira pano pa MBC TV komanso pa MBC Digital pa Facebook page yathu ya MBC. Tiyeni tikhale limodzi pamene mwambo umenewu ukupitirira kuno ku BICC mu mzinda wa Lilongwe.
As Director of Programs, and I'll be your moderator this morning. Before we start, we're going to have an opening prayer by Tris Mandala. So please step forward for the opening prayer. Thank you.
That you have made a ministers. Thank you for everyone who is present and thank you for the life. Lord, we have gathered here to discuss critical issues pertaining to our budget that is coming for this fiscal year. I invite you to be present. May you read us and may you open up every young mind so that they can voice out their words. We shouldn't be afraid, we shouldn't fear anything because this platform was made for us. In the mighty name of Jesus Christ, be with us up until the end. Amen.
All right, thank you so much for that opening prayer. Let me recognize the presence of the Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, Honorable Joseph Manamveka, and your welcome, sir. I should also recognize the presence of Honorable Minister of Labor, Skills and Innovation, Honorable George Gona, MP. Sir, you're welcome. And we also have the Secretary of the Treasury, Dr. Cliff Chiunda. We do also have Secretary for Youth and Sports, Secretary for Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Jenson Ndalama, and all officials from the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture. We do also have the Secretary for Labor, Skills and Innovation, and all officials from
Minister of Labor. We also do have the Reserve Bank Governor, Dr. McDonald Mafuta Mwale, and we also have the Commissioner General of Malawi Revenue Authority, Mr. Felix Tambolas. We do also have the Director General of the National Planning Commission, Mr. Frederick Changaya. Welcome, sir. We do have the board chair of the National Youth Council of Malawi and all the directors of the board. We also have the executive director of the National Youth Council of Malawi, Mr. Rex Chabota, and all your staff. We do have the Paramount Chief, Inkos Zulu, and other traditional leaders in the room this morning. We have the country director of AGRA, Ms. Erufe Nyirenda, representing development partners this morning. Members of the private sector, esteemed young people, young leaders here present in the House, but also those following us on media platforms, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and welcome to this pre-budget consultation organized by the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, but facilitated by the National Youth Council of Malawi. We are gathered here for a clear purpose: to bring the voices of young people into the formulation of the 2026 and 2027 national budget. And this engagement exists to do three things. Number one is to allow young people to clearly present issues, challenges, and realities shaping their lives. And second is also to invite the young people to propose practical and actionable solutions. And number three is to enable government, led by our Honorable Minister of Finance this morning, to identify strategic priority areas that require investment in the coming financial year, specifically in the youth sector. So these are the three objectives that we have this morning. And therefore, this is not a ceremonial gathering, it is a working dialogue. As we engage this morning, the spirit of our conversation matters, and this is a space of respectful, constructive, and solution-driven contributions. We encourage arguments made with courtesy, not confrontation, ideas rooted in evidence and not emotion, and recommendations that point forward and not backward. And today, it is not about personalities, it is about systems, opportunities, and the future we seek to build. To the youth representatives today, the floor you have been given carries responsibility. Government has opened doors or doorsteps through which you should voice your issues, but also not only issues, but most importantly, the solutions that you have and recommendations. Allow me, on behalf of the youth constituency, to sincerely thank the Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization for creating this opportunity to interface on national budget matters, and to thank the Honorable Minister and invited guests for honoring this meeting, for honoring the young people of Malawi, for giving them an audience and an opportunity to present what they have. As we proceed, may this conversation be candid but respectful, bold, yet practical, for when the youth speak with purpose and government listen with intent, policy becomes progress. With these remarks, I want to invite the Executive Director of the National Youth Council of Malawi, Mr. Rex Chapota, to make his welcome remarks. Thank you.
Andunatu akufinance mundilola kuti ndizika mo chichewa komanso ngati chitumbuka chingatheke ndizikamo pakuti achinyamata m'midzi mukamaenda amene kuti achapota osamayankhula chizungu chokhako muziphatikiza. Our guest of honor, Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, Honorable Joseph Machola Mwanamveka MP, the guest minister this morning, Minister of Labor, Skills and Innovation, Honorable George Gona MP, and allow me to ride on all the other protocols that have been already observed. And zinyamata zisiyanana kupang'ono ndizijamma chita zina zijazakulu ndenaja. Ramayamba timamba ndi moto wa Chwe! Youth of Malawi, Chwe! Achinyamata kodi mulipo? Achinyamata Malawi, Chwe! Youth of Malawi, Chwe! On behalf of the National Youth Council of Malawi, I'm honored to welcome you all, and indeed our guest of honor and guest minister, to this youth preparation for the upcoming national budget of the 2026-2027 financial year. A meeting that speaks directly to the spirit and aspirations of Malawi 2063. This engagement, honorable ministers, is deliberate and timely, because as we look at Malawi 2063, young people have been placed at the center of national transformation as the engine of economic growth, innovation, and productivity. Monenetsa anduna tumulipano masomphenya a Malawi 2063 akuti chuma chenicheni cha dziko la Malawi ndi achinyamatawa. Youth Chwe! Youth Chwe! Okuti ife othokoza kuti mwatipatsa mpata umenewu kuti achimata amenewa mucheze nawo. Honorable Minister, by creating a dedicated platform to listen to the youth ahead of the national budget, this administration is giving practical meaning to that vision and indeed echoes what His Excellency the President of the Republic of Malawi, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, has said on a number of occasions that youth ought to be involved in all aspects of the economy. Honorable Minister, we sincerely thank you and your ministry for opening this space for the youth of Malawi. This engagement reflects the DPP-led administration's commitment to youth inclusion, youth empowerment, and participatory economic governance, where you are showing indeed that you're moving beyond rhetoric to action by ensuring that youth voices inform fiscal priorities and public investment decisions. To the young people of Malawi gathered here today, I want you to know that today you have shown that you are present in this land. Youth Chwe! You have shown that indeed when you are called upon to bring your ideas, lived experiences, and proposals which are essential for government to design budgets that are youth responsive, you will always come to the party. Welcome to the table, young people. Anduna chosangalatsanso kwambiri mauno nchonna kuti mchipinda muno mubwera achinyamata osiyana-siyana. Ena achoka nkhale kunsanja kumene, ena achoka kukaronga kuchitipa, ena achoka kunkhota-kota kumchinji kuchiladzulu ndi madera ena osiyana-siyana. Achinyamata amenewa amanena ndithu kuti ife kubwera kwathu kumeneku cholinga chathu nchokuti tibweretse mayankho osati mafunso chabe yayi. Mayankho kuti kodi boma ndi achinyamata akagwira ntchito bwanji limodzi potukula dziko lino. Therefore, Honorable Minister, This inclusive participation ensures that today's dialogue is grounded in real experiences, local realities, and practical solutions that can inform a responsive and youth-centered national budget. We also want to acknowledge the stakeholders who have supported us to make this gathering possible, more particularly AGRA, which through the Leap for Youth program and the YEFA programs have indeed shown that they are ready to invest in young people to unlock their potential and create jobs for our young people. Ladies and gentlemen, this meeting represents a shift from seeing youth as just passengers in this economy, but to recognizing them as core drivers of Malawi's economic future. It is indeed through these engagements, Honorable Minister, that we can turn our demographic pressure to demographic power in this nation. Kwa menepo titokozeso kwambiri, Honorable Minister, kuti sumnabwere nokha iyayi. Mwetananso anzanu kunduna wa zaleba, skills ndi innovation, zikungoonetsa kuti boma limeneyi labwera ndi kalumo kakuthwa kwambiri. Tifuna tipereka ulemu wanu patendera mbere manja anduna fanya chimenechi. Achinyamata ku Malawi mukadzaona kuti anduna anzawo, Reserve Bank Governor, IMRA, Director General, NPC ili pamenepo, ST ali pamenepo, mudziwa inu kuti nthawi yakufikirani kuwala kukubwera dziko la Malawi ndi ulamuliro umenewu. Zikomo kwambiri, zikomo Honorable Minister. Thank you so much. We're all welcome. Thank you.
All right, another big hand for my ED. Thank you so much, ED, for those remarks. We indeed feel welcome in this room, and seeing the Honorable Minister of Finance flanked by these senior officials, we are hopeful that the decision makers are here, and the young people have that opportunity to speak directly to government this morning. It's a rare opportunity, it doesn't come very often. So we thank you, Honorable Minister, and the esteemed guests in front. This time around, I will invite a representative of the youth. Today, we are starting with these speeches, but it's not about speeches. It's a conversation. We'll interface, we'll ask questions, and you also provide solutions and recommendations to our Honorable Minister. But we are starting with some statements, and we want to invite a representative of the youth. This is the chairperson of the National Youth Network, and this is Salome Kadans. Please step forward. Thank you.
The guest of honor, Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, Honorable Joseph Machola Mwanamvega MP. The guest minister, Honorable Joel Chigona MP, Minister of Labor, Skills and Innovations. The Secretary to Treasury, Mr. Cliff Chunda. The Secretary for Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. James Ndalama, and your whole team. All government officials here present, all development partners here present, youth delegates, and all protocols observed. Good morning, everyone. Honorable Minister and distinguished guests, with over 50% of national population composed of young people aged 10 to 35, Malawi is fortunate to have a youthful population which presents a human resource potential needed for advancement of this country. However, this population may become a big challenge for the government if it is not meaningfully engaged and empowered with opportunities. I'm sure that all of us wouldn't want to experience a youth uprising motivated by frustrations about a lack of economic opportunities. It is for this reason our state president, His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, has repeatedly urged cabinet ministers to make sure that youth actively participate in our economy and to incorporate skill development. I also believe that this consultation session has been organized by you, the Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, in response to all the call and directive of the State President. Therefore, we must take this meeting seriously by making key actionable budget recommendations that will help us advance youth empowerment and development, as well as the general socio-economic transformation of the country in line with our national vision, Malawi 2063, and the first 10-year implementation plan. Honorable Minister, this room is full of different categories of youth representatives, such as youth professionals, youth leaders, youth innovators, youth entrepreneurs, and creatives who have come from all over the country. And others are participating virtually because we believe our contribution matters and we are the future of this nation. Otherwise, we won't be here with you, Your Honorable. We therefore anticipate that our submissions will be taken into consideration. We don't expect you to be the cabinet minister who validates those who hold the view that these consultations are merely ceremonial. Please be assured that as young people, we have full confidence in you, so sir, please do not let us down. The innovations that you have witnessed today should demonstrate to you that Malawi's youthful population indeed presents a great full potential and that it is indeed necessary to adequately support interventions like the Youth Innovation Fund, a strategic initiative aligned to Malawi 2063 youth engagement. So, ali nyamata nzanga amene tili muno, tiyeni tipereke maganizo athu, tiyeni tikhala anthu omasuka, tikuyimira anzathu amene ali kunjako. Vanyake vari kuchitipa, kalonga, lumphi, vakutionera pano, kwenisese tili muno mkati, tiyeni timanye kuti chinthu ichi chakuzula chomene, sono titole Rwanda. As I wrap up, let me reiterate how crucial this platform is. It is important not just because it gives us a platform to raise our collective voice and make policy recommendations, but also because it empowers participating youth with information and knowledge about the economic outlook and national budget framework of our country. Distinguished guests, let me conclude by recalling the wise ways of the former President of the Republic of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere, who said, and I quote, "A country which lacks the means to educate and empower its youth has no future." Thank you all. May God bless Malawi.
All right, another big hand for Salome Kadans. The youth are the majority in this country, and that provides us with both opportunities and challenges. And we say they are a demographic dividend, but are we getting the dividends? We need to answer those questions today. But for me, I don't see us getting those dividends. And that's why we're meeting this morning, so that we chart the way forward and ensure that we are getting the dividends from our young people. Thank you so much, Salome, for that statement. And this time around, I'll ask the Secretary for Youth, Sports and Culture, Mr. Jameson Ndalama, to make a statement, and thereafter ask the Minister of Labor, Skills and Innovation to also make a statement. Your time, Secretary.
the Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, Honorable Joseph Mwanamveka MP, who is also our guest of honor, the Minister of Labor, Skills and Innovation, Honorable Joel Chikona MP, my fellow senior government officials from all government institutions, chiefs, and my fellow youth, partners, and all institutions represented here. It is my honor to address this ministerial pre-budget consultation on behalf of the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture. Honorable Minister, kindly allow me to convey apologies from the Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, who would have been here, but she is attending other official government assignments outside the country. She sends her profound appreciation to our office for according the youth sector this rare and important opportunity to engage directly in the pre-budget consultation process, and she fully associates herself with the objectives and outcomes of today's dialogue. At the outset, allow me to sincerely commend you, Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, for deliberately creating this dedicated space for the young people to engage directly in the formation of the 2026-2027 national budget. This initiative reflects the government's firm commitment to inclusive economic planning and recognizes young people not merely as beneficiaries of the development, but as active contributors to national growth and fiscal sustainability. Honorable Minister, the mandate of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture is to provide policy leadership, strategic direction, and coordination of youth, sports, and cultural development across government and in partnership with key stakeholders. Central to this mandate is our coordination role, working closely with the National Youth Council of Malawi as the stakeholder body responsible for organizing, representing, and amplifying youth voices, while ensuring coherence between policy programming and implementation. In this regard, I wish to commend NICOM for proactively facilitating this engagement. The Council has once again demonstrated its statutory role as a credible bridge between the government and the youth constituency, ensuring that youth participation in the national budget process is structured, reproductive, and meaningful. Honorable Minister, government's approach to youth development is firmly anchored in the National Youth Policy of 2023 to 2028, which prioritizes key areas such as youth employment, enterprise and skills development, national youth service and nation building, science, technology and innovation, youth in sports, creative industry and culture, transformational leadership and governance inclusion, education and lifelong learning, health and well-being, coordination and financing of youth agenda, and evidence-based youth development systems. These priorities are fully aligned with Malawi 2063, which positions young people as the greatest asset of an inclusively wealthy and self-reliant nation. Importantly, youth development is not confined to our ministry. It is whole of government investment under the leadership of this administration. Significant investments are being made across sectors to ensure that young people transition into productive, health, and responsible citizens. In the education sector, government has introduced free secondary education and expanded higher education loan schemes, reducing financial barriers and enabling more young people to access post-secondary training. In the labor and skills sector, government continues to scale up TVET enrollment, strengthen apprenticeship systems, and expand community technical colleges, ensuring that young people acquire practical, market-relevant skills. In health, the government is investing in youth-friendly health services, including sexual and reproductive health programs that enable young people to remain health-informed and economically active. Within youth sector itself, flagship programs such as the National Youth Service and the Youth Innovation Fund remain critical instruments for work readiness, entrepreneurship, innovation, and job creation. These initiatives demonstrate government's commitment to converting youthful potential into productive economic participation, and their impact can be significantly enhanced through adequate, predictable, and well-targeted budget support. Despite these efforts, we acknowledge, Honourable Minister, that challenges persist, including youth unemployment and underemployment, limited access to productive capital, weak transition from education to work, and fiscal constraints affecting scale and sustainability. These realities underscore the importance of evidence-driven dialogue which we are having today to ensure that budgetary decisions respond to real needs and deliver measurable outcomes. As government prepares the 2026-2027 national budget, the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture calls for sustained prioritization of investments that advance youth economic empowerment, labor market aligned skills development, innovation financing, and strengthen coordination across institutions to maximize impact and value for money. To the young people present here, this platform is both an opportunity and a responsibility. Government has opened up space for engagement. It is now incumbent upon you to contribute to, with gravity, discipline, and solutions. Evidence-based, practical, and physically realistic proposals from young people can and will influence policy choices, budget allocations, and program designing. In conclusion, Honourable Minister, while I have outlined the policy perspective of the Ministry, it is both befitting and necessary that the young people themselves speak directly to you. Their lived experiences, aspirations, and proposals will provide invaluable insights towards shaping of the national budget that is responsive to youth needs and fully aligned to Malawi long-term development agenda. I now have the honor to invite the Minister of Labour, Skills and Innovation to deliver his statement, and thereafter to invite the Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization to deliver his official remarks. Honourable Minister, sir.
I was debating kuti ndi chwe kapena woye, so I think ndi chwe. Are you ready? Achinyamata chwe. Achinyamata chwe. Woye. Thank you very much. The Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Decentralization, Honorable Joseph Mwanamveka, MP. With the interest of time, I'll just say all protocol observed. My humble duty this morning is to request the Honorable Minister of Finance, Economic Planning, Decentralization to make a statement. Before I do that, allow me to say a few remarks. Guests of honor, at the heart of Malawi development challenges, and indeed its opportunity lies and critical questions, is how do we transform our youthful population into productivity, human capital that drives growth, employment, and national wealth. This question speaks directly to the mandate of the Minister of Labor, Skills, and Innovation. Malawi 2063 clearly not